Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, I'm Brock Purdy, preseason, week 2. We're really doing it. Lock in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for the video, let's get into it. Brock Purdy, preseason, week 2. Right out the gate here, we're going to try to hit a little drift post down here to the bottom off play action. Not there. Get it to the flat. Beautiful job. Great base from Purdy, great timing, good decision making. You know, I think I'm going to say it so it doesn't go unsaid here, but looks different without, the Avengers out there. I thought Brock looked pretty good right here. Great base, on time, in rhythm. Watch his feet as we kind of try to rip this, what I'm going to call, I guess, a drift post. I don't love it from this tight of a split. If we do it from this tight of a split, I prefer more of a spray angle to keep the kind of lane open. If we're going to run it like this and come up, you're just inviting all these linebacker types to be in the area. So it's just a tighter window than normal. It's not there. And this kind of check flat comes right into your vision. So 1, 2, love the base from Purdy. Watch him as he turns around. Got that beautiful base, all his cleats in the ground, locked in. Just ready to go. It looks perfect. Again, it's got to be a shock to a system to be out there and feel like it's like a preseason, quarter 4 with some of the dudes in the huddle. Not there, flat. See how decisive it is? Boom. Really nice job. Love the fact that, we're trying to be aggressive with the play action. We're protecting them up as well. Theoretically, you've got 8-person protection here. It's a nice block by the tight end, too. 1-on-1 on the edge. Boom. All his cleats. See how all his cleats are on the ground right there? Beautiful. Now, again, good decision not to throw it right. You got that backer right in the lane. Get it to the flat quickly. Strike of a throw. Potential little chunk down the sideline. Next one here, 2nd and 11. Now, this is an incompletion, but I actually think this is a really nice decision from Purdy. This plays itself out like a glorified spacing. So we're trying to work the slant up top. No. Come back across the field. Not there. Don't force a check down. Put it in the Gatorade. Just super efficient. It's a bad feeling right here. We'll talk about the slant up top. Holy moly. But we're going to shift. We're going to do your favorite shuffle motion. No to the right. Across the field, not there, get it out quickly. Good strategic throwaway. So again, love the shift and the motion combined. Don't love the motion. But thinking we got a pretty good chance here. Slant here. I think they run corner, almost like double spot. To me, this kind of plays out like spacing without thinking of the corner there. And we're out here. This has got to be a really bad feeling for a wide receiver. Thinking, I'm going to get this slant, and then he jumps inside. You literally have no chance. I don't know what I would tell the wide receiver here. Maybe if it was Randy Moss, he would just like throw his hand up and go. I'm not sure that they operate in a system with that kind of freedom, but this is a bad feeling. Playing quarterback, thinking, oh, maybe the slant's going to be there. No. No. All the way around, fast, no. Throw away. Fine. Again, sometimes the best play is an incompletion. And right here, the best play is an incompletion. Don't force it. Operate the offense. Not there. Quick, decisive. On to the next play. Look, y'all, it's early. Okay, it's preseason. I don't want to even start getting into my issues with this drop back system already. But damn it, we got issues. Why the choices in the drop back game continue to make me want to take my fist and hit the side of my head sometimes. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now, again, I think the decision from Purdy is muddy. The hands right there on the sideline, to me, that's how I feel about this play design. Dropped. So what am I talking about? Why am I going off the rails already? Okay, at the end of the day, this is a very simple concept. There's a deep route. There's like a corner or a deep out or a sail, and there's something in the flat area. Okay, most high school coaches would call this some iteration of flood. Okay, the normal way this is run, like the simplest way, would be clear, corner, 5-yard quick out. And that to me would be the simplest way. And the reason simple sometimes is good is because if you do it like this, you put the corner in a bind quickly. Meaning it's decisive. It's easy to see. When you get crazy exotic and try to do weird shit, stuff like this happens where now we're running the flat from this like spot area. The number 2 is running the clear. It takes forever to get there. And because it takes forever, this corner is kind of lurking. He's never really threatened that you're going to throw it. So he's in this pocket. Now, would I love to see Brock Purdy let it rip more deep down the field sometimes? Yeah. Okay. I feel like I've said that a lot. This, though, is hard to say, hey, bro, you got to throw this down the field. I just think it takes forever. So this takes too long. It allows this corner right here to hang here. And now he's muddying this picture of this. Sure. Would we love to throw this? Great. If he had a clicker, marker, days later, it's easy. But why it's muddy is because the construction, the architecture of this drop back game, this drop back play. Okay, so watch how long it takes for the slot to get out there. 34 is never threatened. You don't throw inside fades deep down the field like this. Now, Brock, would you love to just take the completion down here to the number 1? Okay, maybe. Furthermore, okay, let's talk pass pro. So not letting Brock off the hook here. This is not a good decision. Now, that doesn't mean it's an easy throw or an easy read. These two guys, now let's talk pass pro. So right here, these two. And this is a dude right here, right? This is Chase Young. Okay, if I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, pass pro wise, I need to get the hell out of my stance and get depth. This is a tough angle. If I'm that left guard. And especially if you're anticipating a game to me is just a stunt. It doesn't matter, ET, TE, whatever you want, syntax, go crazy. But if they're going to run a game here where he's going to come here and he's going to come up and under, you can't be on different levels as an offensive line pass protection unit. So the guard can't be here and the tackle can't be here. That's going to allow you to get split. You need to be on the same level. So you got to get your ass deep to be able to pass that thing off. So watch them try to pass this thing off, left guard, left tackle. And again, I get who's not in there. Okay, I get it. But this to me is more on the guard depth than on the tackle depth. So right there, he's trying to pass him off. But because the guard is so shallow, it turns into a ricochet. And now we're hitting the quarterback. Damn. There's a lot bad going on here. 3rd and 11, we're lucky to punt, if I'm being honest. And again, you don't have to tell me that there are certain guys who aren't there, aren't playing, aren't in camp. Thank you, Captain. But we're still getting our quarterback hit. Still 3rd and 11. I love the drop. Look at him cheat with his feet. Ha ha. Big hit. Holy moly. This is the kind of play that goes crazy as far as Brock Purdy coming back, working across the field, trying to throw this thing late. Doesn't see a defender, almost intercepted. Turnover worthy, interceptable, all of the above. Easy to sit here and say, hey, never make that play. We've seen him make circus run around plays like this. I would not want to take that club out of his bag. I will say that I think you could potentially help yourself as a play caller, as an offensive designer here by how this naked is designed. And again, you got to try to zoom out and see a little bit bigger picture. Not easy to do on a play like this. Okay? I'm not making excuses for Purdy. I'm just saying I think it could have been, the design of this thing could help. Normally, okay, if you're a fan of the channel, you've heard me say this many times, on a naked or a keeper, there's almost always something in the flat, something on the over, and someone deep. And that's kind of how these plays are constructed. And you read this thing low to high normally. Well, right here, there's no one in the flat. Now, it's not illegal. It's not like you have to run someone in the flat. But normally, I would say this guy would run like a sneak or slide flat back across. If we're going to block this, or, I mean, theoretically, you could just block and get out here quicker. But I don't know why you would want an over and a post here. That to me is, very rarely are you going to throw that post on the backside of a naked or a keeper. So that's the first part, is just the construction of it. So there's no one in the flat to get the ball to, or to make this thing play out like a normal screen. Not that it would be there even, because we got that cloud corner down here to the bottom. But if you have something in the flat, the reason why you have stuff in the flat normally is not only to throw it, but if we've got this cloud corner, that flat keeps him down here. When there's no flat here, so this space is not threatened with a flat, now this cloud corner can reset the route, and then he goes hunting. It's almost like turns into a robot type vibe, where now he's hunting up this over too. So it just doesn't, the play construction of like this, it's not, there's a reason why there's usually people in the flat with the over. So see that corner down here, just continue to get depth, take away that overthrow. And now Purdy just turns into a bit of a circus. And again, he just doesn't see the guy who's covering the back. He doesn't see the corner on the other side. No. You just got to make sure you see the whole field, get as wide as you can before you let a throw like that go. I would never want to take that play away from Brock Purdy. You just have to, you have to understand that you're living on the edge with some of these plays, some of these decisions. And when it works, it's outstanding. Oh, God. Ooh. Purdy is quick, man. Nice change of direction. Again, that's not just some, scrub off the street. Nice job playing a little defense there, too. Don't let him catch that. Next one here, 3rd and 8. This one's a little unfortunate. There's some bad luck a few different places here. One, the number 2 down here to the bottom. Looks like he slips and falls or trips and falls. It looks probably like where the ball's trying to go. On this scramble drill, it sure looks like Purdy is expecting that guy to come back down the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 8, so you just having an understanding of where the sticks are, I think would go a long way to help in this play for the guys in the perimeter. Now, again, you're looking to the left, probably trying to get the ball to 19. He goes full Pete Rose up there on the top left. That's a bad feeling. So you come back, try to work the in, not there. Now you got to go. You get out on the edge, you've got an opportunity for a big play either down the field up top, Caleb Williams style. But I think it's 3rd and 8, and it sure looks like if this guy's running, if you gap him and like he doesn't realize that you've left and now it turns into a big play down the field, great. But if he's running side by side with you, so the defender's here, you're right here, most scramble drills would say you either go deep or you put your foot in the ground and come back down the sideline. And I think right here, he would want him, he expects him to come down the sideline. 3rd and 8, let's get a completion. So again, just being on the same page. Again, not out there with the Avengers. It looks different, feels different, harder. And I definitely wouldn't fucking do this. Okay, sorry there for the earmuffs, but you can't go out of bounds for a sack. I don't care if it's the preseason. That's against my soul. That's not going to work, dog. The ball's on the 40. Do not take sack like that. So bottom of the screen, what is this play even going to be? If I had to venture a guess, I would say up and out. They love those loops and returns in San Francisco. Holy moly. Now I'm not sure anything is ever going to be there. Right? It's essentially a 2-on-1 up top on this end. The safety is kind of potentially clamping that number 2 there. The drop back game, guys, it's early. I'm gonna take a deep breath and just let it play. Okay? Not there. Got to go. Sideline, come back down. You can see, come back down the sideline, right at the sticks up top if you're the 50. And then just throw it away there. I know, a 2 for 6 day looks better than a 2 for 7 day, but just throw it away. Just throw it away. Don't take that sack. Please don't take that sack. You can see Purdy. He's chirping at whoever that is to come back from behind. And just a bad feeling. I think, staying away from the scheme, staying away from the bad luck, guys on the ground, and guys not doing the right thing. The footwork, the timing, the decision-making, good. Lined up to his left. Boom, perfect. All his cleats in the ground, low base. No, go. Good timing. Good, just don't take that sack, dude. You're a better football player than that. I don't care that it's the preseason. You probably do. You probably don't care. I just been around too many offensive line coaches that are super sensy. You think some fan bases are sensy? Talk to some O-line coaches. Holy moly, don't take sacks like that. Next one here, 2nd and 13. We're going to rip the number 2 down here, the guy who's shifting, tight end, on a little 5-yard out. It's a nice throw on the body, on the break. It's not the most dynamic throw in the world, not the most, explosive play. But when you only have 2 completions, they're all making the videos, guys. So he's lined up to the left. He's decisive. Again, I can keep repeating myself that it looks different. It's because it is different with who the hell's out there. Not a lot of space. Good decision. Get half back and 2nd and forever. Again, really like his footwork, his base, man. It just continues to be polished. All his cleats in the ground. Decisive. Balls on a string. Put it on the body, on the break. Really nice job. Again, it's one of those things where it is what it is. We're just evaluating the play. 5-yard flat, 5-yard quick out. Put it on him. Again, if he wasn't going to work that, so if he was going to work 18 on the in, you got that safety clamping it. It's almost like a 2-on-1 bracket type situation. Not there. Good decision. 1-2. You can see him kind of go 1-2. So no. Right there. Look at that throwing position. That is outstanding posture, everything. Boom. All his cleats in the ground. Decisive. Perfect throw. Good. Next one here, 3rd and 8. Thought this was not a great decision from Purdy. They're certainly trying to feed the ball to 19 up top. This is middle field closed versus a corner. It's not that it's a never throw. It's just a really difficult throw. And this ball probably could be intercepted. Now, this is one of the few times I felt like Purdy's footwork didn't really help him. Now, there's someone right in his lap. And again, 19, they're going to collision you. People are going to run into you. You got to fight through some of that stuff. This felt just a little predetermined for me. So if 19 is the point of the bunch here, as he runs this corner, he's going to have outside leverage from the defender. This is a really tough throw with this safety over the top. Not impossible. You just got to drop it right on the line because you're essentially getting squeezed from both sides here with this leverage. So tough. I think if he had to do this over again, he probably would say, hey, let's come back and read this kind of shallow with the basic on the backside. And you would think one of these 2 runaways would probably be there and he'd probably throw the ball right here. Again, maybe if it's different dudes, it's a different emphasis, but this just felt predetermined. Furthermore, well, let's watch the leverage up top on the corner. There it is. See the outside leverage right there? I'm off of that. That's not a good look right there at the top of the drop. So come back, work the backside in shallow. Now, neither of those are wide open either, so not a lot of great options. Purdy's footwork wise here, I usually like it so much. Right here, looking good. He almost kicks back because he feels like that red tidal wave right in his lap. That doesn't help the throw. Now we're going backwards. There's just it didn't look great during this game. This was one of my least favorite reps where it just felt forced and a little ugly. So that is a wrap. Brock Purdy, by no means close to the standard that he's shown that he can play at over the course of a season. Okay, it's just the reality of it. We know who's not out there. We know it will look different. I still think there were things that he did that he always does for the most part. Base, timing, rhythm, good decisions. Now the good decisions got a little murky. Felt like that corner was predetermined. I felt like that, obviously that naked keeper where he comes back and works back across the field, he just doesn't see people. But it's going to look different. And so I would never take that element away from Purdy's game. I think that's what he brings to this offense, his capacity to extend and create a little bit more than we've seen any other quarterback in recent memory do in this system. He's going to get better and it's going to get better quickly. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.